Our next guest is John McGreevy, the Charles and Jill Fisher Provost. In this role, he leads the university's academic mission, collaborating with university leaders to foster a vibrant learning community and a strategic academic excellence. Provost McGreevy, welcome to Notre Dame Day. Thank you for taking a few minutes.
It's great to be here. Thanks, Pete.
It's great to have you. As the provost, you serve essentially as the chief academic officer here at the University of Notre Dame. So I'm curious, what does the day-to-day role look like, and what excites you the most about it?
You know, for me, the most exciting thing is the big picture mission of Notre Dame. It's to be every bit as good as the famous private research universities, Harvard, Yale, Duke, Chicago, but to be distinctive, to be the one Catholic place that competes with but also differentiates from those institutions. And that's a pretty exciting mission and interesting mission. And so my day is sculpted around that mission. How can we hire the best possible faculty? How can we make sure they're supported well? How can we make sure our students are getting an absolute first-class education? Those are the kind of things I think about all day.
It's an exciting time at Notre Dame, too. We inaugurated a new president this year. I'm curious if you can give us a sense of what it's been like so far to work with Father Bob in his first year.
Oh, it's great. You know, and obviously I enjoy reporting to Father Bob. I admire and respect him. You know, he's an interesting guy. He lived for over 2 years in sub-Saharan Africa, in Kenya and Uganda. That's very rare for a university president. And so he brings that experience to the job and awareness of the wider world. He brings, too, a kind of humility and sense of humor and willingness to learn new things that's just remarkable. And so I just think he's off to a great start and look forward to a long tenure and successful tenure of him as president.
Wonderful. As we know, Notre Dame's Catholic identity is absolutely central to the academic mission. So I'm curious, how does it shape the way that you want your professors to approach their teaching and their research and things of that nature?
You know, we often talk about Notre Dame as the leading global Catholic research university. That's our goal. And of course, it doesn't shape everything that we do at Notre Dame. We're not pretending that there's a Catholic math or a Catholic chemistry, but it shapes a lot of things. It shapes some of the programs we develop. We're great in theology. We're great in focusing on sustainability and the environment, in part because of Pope Francis. And so there's a whole range of ways in terms of the people we attract here, in terms of the students we recruit, and the programs that we develop that are animated by our Catholic mission, and always, of course, expanding out to other people of faith, to people with no faith at all, but at our core, knowing who we are. I actually think it's never been a better time to be a really mission-driven institution, and at Notre Dame, we're benefiting a little bit from that.
Well, it's interesting you say that because universities have been under scrutiny lately, kind of globally, given the political climate. So I would wonder if you could talk a little bit about the roles that you think universities, and Notre Dame in particular, need to play in society.
You know, it is such a volatile time, and a lot of that is the present administration, but a lot of it is bigger than that. You know, declining trust in public institutions and university, churches, government, a whole range of things. And universities are not immune to that. And so there are people who think universities are too expensive, that universities are politically monocultures. And we work hard at Notre Dame to fight against those impressions and to correct ourselves when we know we're making a mistake. And so we're committed to financial aid for any undergraduate who gets admitted to Notre Dame and needs assistance in making it work here. We're very committed to viewpoint diversity and having a whole range of views here. So challenges for universities, funding challenges, intellectual challenges, but I come back to, I don't think Notre Dame's actually ever been in a better spot. We're in a good spot. And I'm worried about the university sector because I think it does so much for American life and society. I'm almost less worried about Notre Dame. We're doing well, and I'm proud of that.
That's wonderful to hear. Now, you get a chance to work on these problems and tackle these challenges, but you weren't always the provost. You have been a professor, you have been a faculty member, you've been a dean, you were a student here yourself. So I'm curious, as you kind of think about all the roles you've had here at Notre Dame, what has this place meant to you?
Gosh, you know, if you'd have said to me when I showed up here in the fall of 1982 that Notre Dame would have such a big impact on my life, I never would have believed you. And yet it's been transformative. I feel so lucky to have been part of such a great institution, a small part, but also to have seen an institution evolve and get better. You know, I am the last thing from a Notre Dame nostalgist. The best single day to be a Notre Dame student is today. And so that's been a great thrill of my lifetime, is to watch that evolution and commitment to excellence even deepen and nurture from an already great beginning. So Yeah, it's where my kids were raised. It's, my wife and I have found South Bend to be a wonderful place to live. It is an integral part of my life, and I'm very happy and grateful for that.
You're not a nostalgist, but if I asked you north or south, you'd have an answer, wouldn't you?
North or south?
Dining hall.
Oh, north or south dining hall. Yes, I'm a South person. I think South is. There we go.
Guy.
I think South is the best architectural building on campus. Actually, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
But also, geography plays a part in it too.
No question. No question.
Hey, we're out of time, but I want to thank you so much for spending some time.
What a
with us on
pleasure,
Notre Today,
Pete.
John.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Great to
it.
be here.